Hey guys, this is TML back here with another video where today I'll be showcasing this $200 PC flip that I did with an 8-core CPU, a GTX 1050 Ti, all housed in a GameDS Argus M1 case. Let's get into it. Alright, so without wasting any time, let's get into the spec sheet. For my processor, I have an AMD FX 8320, which is an 8-core budget CPU from AMD. It lacks a lot of those nice newer features, but it's still capable for most gaming. For the motherboard, I got a Gigabyte 78 LMT board. It's a cheap, simple solution to house all of our components. It features USB 3, which is pretty nice, and onboard graphics. It's got 4 DIMM slots, 2 PCIe slots, and some VRM cooling. For my RAM, I just got a cheap kit of Dell 2x8GB DDR3, which is clocked in at 1333 MHz. It's just plain green PCB RAM, so it's nothing special at all. All of these parts, including my cooler, came bundled together. For the cooler, it came with a Deepcool 92mm tower. However, it did run a little hot at first, so I ended up changing out the fan and the thermal paste just so it would stay a little bit cooler, and it actually looks a little bit nicer just because it's a black fan now. For my SSD, I got a PNY CS900 500GB SATA drive. Again, nothing special with this drive, but it does have pretty mediocre speeds for an SSD, but it'll work fine, and it's definitely going to feel a lot faster than just your regular old hard drive that you would generally use in a system of this age. My graphics card and power supply, I actually have a little story to tell about these. I was scrolling on r/hardware swap just looking for older graphics card deals, and I actually found a whole entire build, which consisted of an i7 4790, 16GB of RAM, a GTX 1050 Ti, and the 650 watt PSU that I used. And it also came with a 500GB SSD, but that was a different one than the one that I used in this build. So yeah, I parted out the GPU and the PSU, and I'm gonna them to build my friend a baller little budget gaming rig that I'm probably gonna change out the GPU for something like a GTX 1060 or 1070 maybe, if I can afford it. And I'm gonna throw in a nicer power supply, ideally probably like a 750 watt gold unit. But yeah, for the system, as I mentioned, I got a GTX 1050 Ti from PNY, which is a cheap, efficient model that stays quiet and cool under load. The power supply, I got a Thermaltake Smart BM2 unit, which is 650 watts, bronze rated, and it's gonna work well for this build. Lastly, for my case, I got a GameDS Argus M1, which I know, this guy only uses GameDS, but it's hard to resist when the prices are so good. All their products are 12% off with the code on screen, and all of them have free shipping. The code ends on June 14th, so that'll give you plenty of time to snag something if you want. But yeah, excuse that tangent, and let's get back on topic. Argus M1 is a super nice case for only $44 using the coupon code, and it'll be linked below. With that long-winded explanation out of the way, let's get into building, followed by benchmarks and out. This build is pretty nice for just 200 bucks, right? Anyways, onto our benchmarks. For our tests, we have the normal suite, which is Cinebench R23, Unigine Heaven, Fortnite, Valorant, and last but not least, Rocket League. Here are the results. I was extremely pleased with the results for the money. Now, time for the roundup. The roundup is basically where I list out the parts, the prices I paid, and then the estimated profit and the listing price. For my CPU, motherboard, RAM, cooler combo, I paid just $60 for it from Hardware Swap. I wouldn't suggest paying much more for it just because of its age mostly. Generally, $60 would be a fine price. For my SSD, I paid $37.09 from eBay. It works like a charm and it's super easy to find a cheap SSD on eBay. Ideally, you want to be around the $35 mark though. For my GPU and power supply, I marked them as $50 combined. I try to get the 1050 Ti around $50 to $75, and then the power supply, I would say around $25. For our case, it was sent out by GTX for showcase, but a good price would be $44, which is how much it is on Newegg right now. So yeah, with the roundup done, that's about all I've got for this video. If you like this video, please drop a like and subscribe for more content like this into the future as we grow. This video has been plenty long though, so I'll cut it here. Thanks for watching guys, and see ya.